I didn't realize how big a responsibility I had inherited once I arrived in Detroit. But I had two mentors that took me aside in terms of Dave Beam and Bob Warfield and kind of coached me along the way. And along the way, I had a basketball camp, and on this Zoom call, you have Jalen Rose. And Jalen was a member at my camp. And none of us knew how important our jobs and responsibilities were to mentoring the young men and women in Detroit and what they would grow up to be. Thank you to Mayor Bean. Thank you to Jalen Rose. And a big shout out to Mama Rose, who's upstairs. She's partying with my mama and they drinking Sherline champagne today.
It's warming to be amongst family right now. The one thing that constantly came to mind about my opportunity to participate in this call tonight is to, number one, thank all of you mentors, because growing up in a single parent home, I personally needed that. And when they say it takes a village to raise a child, that is actually true. And growing up in Detroit, fortunately for me, I got exposed to some of the greatest mentors and leaders that this country has seen. And a couple of them are actually on this call. This is not fake. This is not phony. Dave Bing knew me before I was born. He played with my father on the Detroit Pistons. Dave allowed me to work at Bing Steel. I worked on the steel press. I was a McDonald's All-American working at Bing Steel. And I was like, this is blue collar, roll up your sleeves. And if I want to do something with my life, it's going to be hard work.
So many times we try to make these kids into a mini me, and that's a mistake. I mean, we've learned a lot the time that we've been here, but we don't know what these kids are going through or are going to be confronted with. Step back as a mentor, as a teacher, and take the time to listen to these kids to see what's on their mind. The mental anguish that they're going through by not being with their friends, by not being in school right now. I don't know the long-term impact that that's gonna have on some of these young people. But once again, you gotta find somebody that you believe in. You gotta find somebody that you trust and engage them and let them know how much they are appreciated. So mentors, thank you so very much for the commitment that you make. Isaiah said this a few times, you don't know the impact that you're gonna have on some of these kids out here. You know, and so do what you do and be who you are for these kids.